welcome back, watch fans. We got an amazing second live stream for you today. That's right. We may not do a live stream for a long time, so you got to take advantage of this opportunity to enjoy this investigative journalism while it lasts. Now, we are reviewing the ArchieLuxury live reaction. We got the ArchieLuxury. What are we covering today? We're covering the ArchieLuxury watch collection review by Paul Thorpe. That's right. Paul Thorpe reacts to ArchieLuxury, and hang on a second. Let me just add this. Paul Thorpe reacts to Archie shitters plus BMW grooming. Wait, hang on. Let me just wait. I'm sorry. We just got to set this up. Okay, we're almost set. We're almost set. That's right. This is what you get. We give you high quality. What's going on here? We give you high quality reporting. What's going on? Is this working? Is this working? Okay, wait. Here we go. We got to set this up properly. Shit. Okay. All right, it's not working. All right, forget it. Cancel. Okay, there we go. Tim Bukyakistan. Okay. Hang on. There we go. wrong one. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is unbelievable but true. Okay, so let's watch this. That's right. And you can join the channel to get access to our top secret content. Let's take a look at the live stream with the Paul Thorpe. Paul Thorpe reacts to the Archie. Oh, he's talking about the digital watch world disaster. You know, by the way, I actually talked to Paul about. You know what? Guys, I'm going to give you deep insider information. I was actually in discussions. I made an offer. That's right. I made an offer to buy Digital Watch World. He had some guy in the U.S., some guy in L.A. with some fugazi stuff. And these guys had crazy. They were delusional. In I think it was July or August, I was talking to these bukyaks about I was going to give them an offer where they could actually make money, and they were too smart. And now look at the sad face. Paul Thorpe is sad because these bukyaks that he had working with, I don't know, I don't know the details. They never gave me details. We couldn't get into any due diligence. This is what happens in this world. But they could have actually made some money, but they were too smart. Okay, so let's see.
One of the nicest guys. I tell you, I've also, the watch space is shrinking, Paul. I'll be honest, it is what it is, right? I never believed my own bullshit. It'll get bigger. You see people who are saying it's going to get bigger. It's like.
Well, actually, the watch market I'm actually very bullish on the watch market. You see, Archie is a loser. But the watch market, the cat's out of the bag, okay? There's a lot of new collectors going into the space. The watch market is expanding. What that means, though, is the old bullshit watches, the hype watches of the COVID era are done, right? That stuff is done. But there's new opportunities in vintage, neo-vintage stuff we talk about on this channel.
Many fads. Yo-yos, hula hoops,
when you listen to
luxury watches, okay? The real enthusiast who likes them is still there.
Yeah.
Okay? By the way, Paul Thorpe, let me just get your opinion on something, if you don't mind. I want to get your opinion because you're out of the watches, which is good.
Let's see.
I have rebuilt my watch collection. This is actually my 8 pieces. What do you think? Can you please tell me?
I want to see. Okay, so Archie wants to get the Bogan of Brisbane wants to get a reaction to the box of shitters, and we did a review of the shitter collection. Listen, it's not terrible. Listen, it's just a bunch of fucking random watches that are like whatever. It's not really a collection. It's an accumulation of just like random shit. We talked about this before. You got the Zenith, which is garbage. The Omega Speedmaster, it's a redundancy. It's a lot of redundancy. It's a guy who's basically a glutton. A glutton. This guy just got big fat slob, which he is. When he's not stuffing his mouth with donuts and Twinkies, he's just buying random shitter garbage watches that lose money. Like everything in this box is a loser, basically. Everything in this box is a loser.
But
Do
look,
you think
Loser, excuse me, loser.
so
that's the
you got
easiest?
an Explorer, Submariner. I can just about
Ceramic-
you got a Langer there. Is that a Langer?
Is that
No,
a
no, that's a
Langer?
Breguet. At the
Wow, I'm surprised Paul Thorpe can't tell the difference between a Langer and a Breguet. And come on.
back. Breguet.
No, down the. What's that? Oh, it's a Zenith.
Yeah, Zenith. That's a Zenith.
Yeah.
Open heart.
PATEK World Time at the top. Is that?
Yep, and a solid gold LeCoultre
Yeah.
master compressor too.
Yeah, very nice, Paul. Yeah, very nice.
Very
If I was gonna,
Very nice. He's just like, okay. I've seen enough of this shit. I don't want to look at this.
lose any of them, which would it be? Well, none of them really. They're all nice pieces. Yeah.
And you know what? I bought them for me. People give me shit about the Zenith. They're giving me shit about the JLC. You know that JLC there, Paul? That was £8,000.
You know, the JLC, I got to say, okay, I did say for Archie, for a fat slob like Archie, that JLC, which is at the top left corner, the chronograph, it's a good value because it's a solid gold watch, right? Rose gold, black dial. I love the dial, the combination of the dial. Forget about the functionality, whatever. But the color is actually beautiful. Black with rose gold, beautiful combination. I think there's a deployment clasp. It's like a 42. It wears like a 45 millimeter watch. And when you're a fat slob like Archie, that watch, it's a good look for 10 grand. I mean, again, if you want to basically impress these gutter snipes that he's trying to impress in Bangkok or whatever, Bangers, Manila, whatever, trying to pick up ladyboys, that watch works. Except you do need to put that on a rubber strap. Now, but if you have that, then what's the point of the Zenith chronograph and the speed? It's just random shit. Like, who needs that garbage? I mean, it's like, whatever. Okay.
Solid rose gold.
Listen, for 10 grand, you're getting basically it's like a poor man's watch. It makes you look rich, basically. That watch.
Column wheel, vertical clutch chronograph.
That's a big watch for the money, Paul.
And I'm a big guy.
I agree.
I'm not losing the weight.
That's a little watch for the money.
I'm not losing the weight. I got to tell you.
Archie makes a decent amount.
I got to tell you, I'm actually, Paulie, the latest watch I got there was, the latest watch, of course, was that Breguet.
Okay, so this Breguet, this is a piece of shit. By the way, this example is absolutely horrible. I just realized, I thought this had the kind of brass, I don't know what you call the dial. This is like a gray dial. This is like the cheapest one. This is like this is like a one they couldn't get rid of. Yeah, this is garbage. I thought it was actually slightly better. No, this is pure trash. And again, this combination with the black dial, you don't want that. You want a little bit of the guilloche, the more traditional look. If you're going to mix it up, I mean, yeah, but this guy has no taste. He's a Boukiak.
That's the Breguet.
You know what a Boukiak is? Google it. And this watch doesn't wear right. This is like a reproduction French furniture. That's what this is. It's a reproduction.
7057. That's the latest piece.
A reproduction of not even 18th century. It's like a reproduction 19th century furniture. With the black, the ormolu, the stuff that your grandma has in like Oklahoma.
I just fell in love with it, Paul.
Yes,
these watches here, massive on the second-hand market. They're like a third of retail. Fucking, they're absolutely
no reason for a third. They should be 5% of retail. It's garbage.
The beautiful piece, Paulie, and. When I was in England with you last trip, I got to tell you, Paul, the reality is I realized the truth. I wore this Breguet.
Oh,
remember the gold Breguet I had on
my
wrist?
This is the best.
Yeah.
Actually,
so Archie had this watch, right? I mean, this is the classic Archie. This is the classic, right? He buys this watch. Yeah, again, for these are like undesirable watches. It's garbage stuff. But you know what? For a fat slob like Archie, it's a decent watch because it's a big watch. It's rose gold. It's like it's 10 grand or whatever it is, right? I mean, that's a lot of watch for 10 grand. You're getting the Breguet. It's a little bit unusual. The chronograph, so it looks a lot bigger than it is. Again, if you're dealing with low lives, this watch is not bad. But again, why does he need so many of these chronographs? It's the same. Like he does. This guy lives a sedentary lifestyle. He doesn't do any sports. What does he need to time? He needs to time racing in his BMW 3 Series that's leaking oil with the engine about to blow up? Or is he running? Is he doing sports? What does he need to time? He needs to time his microwave dinner?
Traded that to get.
And then he sold the watch. Hold on, he sells the watch. But wait, here's the punchline.
Get the other Breguet. But you know what I decided, Paul? Fuck it. I used a credit card and I used a home equity line.
He used a credit card, home equity line to buy, just like probably the O'Cuck. The O'Cuck, that's the the mayor of Kyrgyzstan, he's also taken out HELOCs and credit cards to buy his watches so that he could, basically he needs to keep up with the Kyrgyzstanis. Kuk needs to keep up with the Kyrgyzstanis, and the Kyrgyzstan Watch Channel, which is the the watch colony. You have some guys with some heavy hitter watches, right? So he needs to keep up with the Kyrgyzstanis, and so he's got to take out a credit card loan to buy the PATEK or whatever he's buying, right? Because the guy's a Skechers man. He's a size 7 Skechers man with Disney toys in his house.
I'm buying this back. It's coming back next week. I can't live without it, Paulie.
He's buying the watch back. He sold the watch. He's buying it back. Now he's going to have 4 chronographs. Again, back to this is like it rinse, wash, repeat. It's like the circular drama on these channels. It's the circular watch. He buys the watch, he sells it, buys it back. It's.
Okay, I can't live without it. This was you're looking about £8,000. Actually cheaper. Actually, sorry, this watch here is
Now this is a mark class. The guy's got his initials on this cheap shirt. This is some sort of a custom-made shirt that's cheaply made. One of these Hong Kong jobs. Maybe not even Hong Kong. It's probably made like Romania or something. Listen, nobody puts their initials, monogrammed initials on the sleeve. What is that all about? What is that? You need people to know who you are. Oh shit, my screen went out. My screen. Hang on. What happened? Are we back? Oh, there we go. We got technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. We're almost back. AC3. There we go. Unbelievable, but true. Is it back? We back? There we go. We're back. There we go. That's right. Unbelievable, but true. Hang on a second. We got to get the banners. We got to get the banners going. The banners. Tonight's report. That's right. Today's report. Paul Thorpe reacts to Archie's shitters. BMW grooming of Kelslow. All right, let's move on to our next topic, which is Archie, the car expert. Archie, the car expert. He's got Keslowitz back on. That's the guy who's the guy who buys. Who again he hangs around Archie, ends up with shitter watches. He bought that garbage PATEK Perpetual, the worst watch. Hang on a second. Let's see this.
The fences, we were looking at the 911 versus M3. That
Oh,
was kind of what.
So Keslowitz is now shopping for a car. He wants to get a car. He's looking at a Porsche. Which one? The Boxster, which is like, it's actually, I always actually was intrigued by the Boxster. I remember when they came out, like, wow. I was like in my 20s when they came out, and I said, wow, that was so cool, the Boxster. That was like what, mid-90s. I was like, wow, and but then by the time I could actually buy one, it was like, it was always kind of thought of as like a girl's car, kind of, and it's kind of, I don't know what to make of the Boxster. I actually never driven the Boxster, so I actually don't know what it's like. But I'm not a fan of Porsche because they vibrate. I don't like the way they drive. I don't like the whole thing. But it's actually the 911 or whatever you call it. The 911 Cabriolet. That's actually a smart buy because I think at certain years, and again, I'm not a Porsche expert. Don't take me, but they're apparently very, very. The engines, they're very well made. They last forever. There's one guy who's got a Porsche 911 with 1 million miles on it. It's a turbo from 2001. I remember when they came out, it was like shit. But I can't drive it. I don't like the way they drive. They're just uncomfortable. But if the one to get is really the 911. But Keslowitz. So Archie's telling him to buy a BMW 3 Series. Again, BMW, the worst car ever made. They leak oil. They leak fluids. And Archie, obviously has one. Which is again this fat slob. Squeezing into a 3 Series when he could have bought a, if he was smart, he would have just bought a Bentley Flying Spur, a 2008 for 30 grand.
We were narrowing it down to.
Like the Colonel.
But after I see some of these deals on Bring a Trailer, and there's this one auction that's ending soon on a Boxster. I know we were talking hairdresser car.
Yo!
But man, it's a fucking steal of a deal.
Hold on.
Boxster.
Okay,
Six
funny story. Okay, funny story. So I remember when the Boxster came out, right? And ironically, so Kessler lives in LA, and I always say LA is very like, you don't know these guys, they're gay, they're not gay. I can't tell. And by the way, the problem, because here's the thing, I like flamboyant gay. I like that whole flamboyant gay thing because they're entertaining, right? But I don't know these guys who are kind of straight, but they're gay. I don't know what to make of it because I don't know if they're, because when you're talking to these guys, you're having a business conversation, you don't know if the guy's hitting on you. I don't know. It's weird. It's just not. It's weird. I like things black and white. I want to just know like up front, like what's the deal, like So I remember I go out to LA. I'm invited to what is it? This is like 1998, 1997. No, this is 1997, late 97. And I don't want to give too many details, but I was invited to go on this show. Does anybody remember Morton Downey Jr.? Actually, no, hold on. I'm not going to get into too many details. Okay. Anyway, I go out to LA. This is my first trip to LA. I'm like in my 20s. I've never been to LA before. And I thought LA is warm, right? I thought LA is warm, like Miami. So I only bring like Miami type clothes. I've never been out there before because I see palm trees. I think it's going to be warm or hot. It's like December. It's actually cold. But no, the weather was okay. It was like it got into the 70s the next day. But so one of the guys actually I met with, I'm doing business with, he had a Porsche Boxster, brand new box. That was when it just came out, and he actually turned out to be well, let's just say a friend of Dorothy, and he was telling me that he had an office. I remember it was in the Century City. Great guy, by the way. Great guy. I wish I was still in touch with him. Great guy. And he was really optimistic thinker. Great. I mean, really, actually, honestly, I got to say, it changed my life in a positive way, meeting this guy, doing business with him. And he had a Porsche. And he had the Porsche Boxster. It was Morton Downey Jr. was driving his black SL 500, I think he had. And I was like, wow, I was really impressed. And this guy, the gay guy, he had this hot girl working for him. And I thought I was going to get with this girl. And she was, what was she doing? She was, what was she doing? She was, no, nothing ever happened with her. And what was the story? Oh, yeah. So that was my first thing. I saw the Boxster. I was like really impressed. But yes, it is. It's basically the hairdresser car. Oh. By the way, I did have my wheels repaired. So just I think the problem was my wheels. The chrome wheels. They were getting the bead fixed. I think the problem is look, if you're going to get the car fixed, again, I'm on the West Coast. You got to deal with the Mexicans, right? The Mexicans, they know how to fix cars, right? I think I got scammed. I was dealing with fake Mexicans. I think the guys were Puerto Ricans, like Juan and Kino. And the Puerto Ricans, see, the Mexicans know how to fix everything, right? The Mexicans, it was actually their country. All of California, the West Coast, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, that was all stolen from them, right? This is all really Mexican territory. The Puerto Ricans are really good for nothing. All they do is drink rum and steal hubcaps. Okay, the Mexicans are the only people who actually do any work in America. That's the truth. So I think the guy today, actually, I think he fixed the wheel. I went to a new guy, and I think we're all good. Yeah, that's right. The Baron, we got a legitimate Baron. The Thailand sex tourist watch. Okay, let's see what. So let's go back to Archie's car advice. Let's get to Archie's car advice. He's telling this guy to get a BMW 3 Series.
Cylinder Boxster. Flat,
Mm-hmm.
Flat six, mid-engine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at a 2014.
Oh, it's old. How many miles are we talking?
It's up there, but they're cheap.
How many miles?
Like 80,000.
80,000 miles. Actually, I'm not a Porsche expert, but from what I understand, Porsche, you can put a lot of miles on the 911s. I don't know about the Boxster. I think the Boxsters are expensive to fix because it's a mid-engine car, and you got to like remove the engine. It's a whole mess. The 911 is the one to get. I mean, look, listen, Keslowitz, imagine this guy's wearing a $50,000 PATEK, a garbage PATEK, but still. And he can't buy himself a Porsche 911 classic, I mean, listen, if you're going to be in LA, the car is very important. I mean, the first thing you do in LA is you buy the good car. Then you get the watch. At least maybe you get a clone watch. But the car is the first thing you got to get. And this guy works in the entertainment business. He works in the entertainment business. He's getting groomed. He's being called to casting couches, this Keselowitz. Poor Keselowitz. He's getting groomed at the Diddy mansion. I think he works at Disney, right? So that's definitely, grooming going on there. You got to get a nice car. And a 911, you get a 20-year-old 911, you're going to be fine. I think the prices went up on those, though. They might have gone up. It's going to be like that movie, Californication, not the movie, the TV show. Anybody remember that great show, Californication? The guy drives around a banged up 911. It's BMW. Oh, no, it's ridiculous. I mean, can you imagine Archie is making fun of me for having a Bentley Flying Spur, which is a phenomenal car, no issues, except, again, the chrome wheels are 20 years old. I mean, they have corrosion inside the thing, so they need, to be repaired. But no. That car, again, I paid, how much did I pay? Low 30s. I had it 5 years already, 5 years, low 30s. What's the maintenance? My biggest expense of the BMW Flying Spur, and that's, by the way, I do have, I have some of the what do you call it? The knurled knob. So it's got the, what do you call it? The Mulliner. It's got a little bit of Mulliner spec, My biggest expense is the tires. The tires I got to change every 6,000 miles, and that's like almost $2,000 for the tires for Michelin's. And my big mistake though is I also bought recently a 2017 S550 Mercedes, which is depreciated dramatically in like 6 months. It's a joke. I think the Mercedes, that's. I think these are actually very reliable, the MLs, because they're made in the US. I don't know. They're actually very reliable cars, the ML. I actually thought of getting one, slightly newer. Yes. So unbelievable but true. But Keselowitz is looking at this 80,000 mile. So Archie's BMW. Okay, imagine this. I paid $30,000 for a Bentley. I'm driving a Bentley, like the king of cars, incredible car. I can drive at 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour. It's a supercar. I've had it up to 140. I couldn't go beyond because, I don't know if it's. From what I understand, you don't want to drive above 140 unless you really have everything dialed in. It's because things can go wrong. You never know what can go wrong, right? My biggest expense is tires. Archie probably spent service. His engine is about to explode. His fluids are leaking. The depreciation. I mean, the car has dropped in value. He's leased it. It's all fugazi. Hang on, let's listen to this.
But I talked to a mechanic, and he said as long as it's followed all the service, it'll easily go over 150, 200,000, as long as you're following the scheduled maintenance. Hear me out.
By the way, when these mechanics tell you the car can go 200,000 miles, it's true. By the way, I remember I heard this from a guy when I had a Range Rover. He said, "Oh yeah, we have these that go 200,000 miles." The problem is, you can go to 200,000 miles. You're just going to be replacing everything inside the engine, except for the motor. The motor actually will last 200,000. By the way, so I bought a Range Rover. There's a big mistake. I bought a Range Rover with 90,000 miles. I don't know, whatever. It was a 2004. I actually put 100,000 miles on. I actually sold it at 190 something, but everything had. I mean, the coolant system, the whole thing, the transmission. I mean. Everything but the engine inside the car was basically, it cost me $20,000 in 2 years from mechanics, basically.
Yeah, 15 grand.
But it did go to 200,000 miles.
We're talking in the ballpark of 15 grand.
Why can't you get the last cylinder? What you want to do is, if you're going to do a Boxster properly,
it's a
okay, well, let's hear what Archie has to say about Boxsters.
No, get the last 6 cylinder.
Can you imagine Archie fitting into a Boxster, this fat slob, this giant Hungary hippo? The Hungary hippo fitting into a Boxster? Come on. You gotta be a European size to fit into a Boxster, even to a Porsche. You can't be a big slot. I mean, listen, this is, you know, I mean, for Archie, even the 3 Series is too small. He really should have bought the Bentley, but you know, he's not smart.
Cylinder. They made them.
I listen to what happens when you listen to advice from people who are dumb. Yeah, the Range Rover disaster. Unbelievable but true. Unbelievable but true. It's really okay, but let's get to this.
They made them later than that.
Oh, the prior generation?
Yeah, get the last of the last.
That's even older.
No, it's not. The last of the last 6-cylinder.
Pull it up.
So it was
What year? What year are you talking about?
I love these 2 boot clocks. Hang on, guys. It's a Keslowitz. Okay.
So KDB is 20 grand on this.
By the way, that's a cool looking car. No, for 20 grand. Here's the thing. Look, if you're going to be in LA, here's the problem though. I think he has a Subaru right now. He's got a Lesbian. It's called the Lesbaru, the Subaru wagon, which is known as the Lesbaru because lesbians love driving them. Now, I spend a lot of time in San Francisco right now, and there's a lot of women who are, you know, probably lesbians. I don't know. And, you know, I like to go hiking. You know, I'm out in like, what do you call it? Out, you know, I go up to Mount Tam, that whole area, you know, Marin area. And always on the trails, there's always a Subaru parked there. It's always like some, I don't know, losers. It's guys like Kessler.
So the way I see it, if I can get it for substantially.
So he wants to keep the Subaru, I guess, and get this. I think he's married allegedly to a woman. So I guess she's gonna drive the Subaru, and because you can't, there's no trunk space. You can't put a set of golf clubs in there, right? There's no like, I mean, you can't even put what do you carry-on bag in there?
Like substantially less than that through auction, I'm safe.
It's probably a fun car to drive, though. I mean, not though in LA when you're sitting in traffic on the 405 on the 10. You know, wherever this guy's driving, probably what you know, I don't know where the fuck he's driving to Groomerville to the Diddy Mansion. I mean, he lives in downtown LA. He's driving. Imagine this: you got the top down, driving in downtown LA with all the homeless guys, all the scales there, with all the heroin addicts, and they're throwing heroin needles into your car. Yeah, you're gonna get the car. Actually, you're not gonna get carjacked with this. Nobody would carjack this, but you know, you don't want to have the top down in downtown LA.
You know, you buy it 6 months, you hate it.
Can you get a cheaper one? But what is a cheaper
Get your
one?
money back.
Sorry,
No.
what is a better one? A better one.
I mean, you're looking like mid-20s, low 30s. Just depends, you know.
Not a bad looking car, no.
Why don't you get the Beamer and the Porsche?
No. That's
Okay,
silly.
so can you imagine this? Archie's telling this guy to buy a Beamer, which, by the way, that is the bottom of the barrel, especially in LA. I mean, like, come on, you know, BMW in LA. That's like being basically telling people you're broke. Tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke. You drive a least 3 Series, you know, with the entry level, you know, least 3 Series, least Mercedes C-Class. You know, they got the vinyl seats in there or whatever. They got the cheap vinyl, nasty vinyl, vicious vinyl. He's going to be driving this with a $50,000 PATEK Shitter Perpetual.
I'd rather just get one, you know, combine those into one good one. Consolidate.
How many garages do you have?
You know what the thing is, no matter what you get, you just got to be happy with it and own it. And just, there's always going to be better. There's always going to be someone with something cooler and nicer. And it's like,
by the way, that's the thing in LA. This is funny. I remember years ago, a guy told me, oh, you know, the thing with LA is like, it doesn't matter what car you have. It's like you could have the nicest car, but you know what? There's always going to be, you pull up to the valet, you think, you know, you got your, you know, your Porsche, you got your Ferrari, your Lambo, and there's always going to be another guy pulls up with a car that's like twice as good as yours. It's funny.
part of me is just like,
You have to just realize that, you know, it's
We got Jake the Yuppie joining us.
here we go. What's up, Jake? Hey, man.
never win. You can never win, you know, the car game, as they called in LA.
How you doing?
Yo,
Hey, this car looks nice.
you like?
So how much is it all up?
This is like a gay hairdresser car, basically. That's why Juan and Kino probably Juan and Kino drive around in one of these stealing hubcaps. You could put a lot of hubcaps in that little trunk. A little trunk. You got 2 trunks in there. You can put the little hubcaps in there.
Well, it's an auction, so it's to be determined. But
So what do you think?
This-
By the way, guys, go and bring a trailer. Go and bring a trailer. That's where Keslowitz is bidding. bid this thing up so he loses and then don't pay.
Street price is around 20 grand.
Really? That's cheap. Why are they so cheap?
Well, it's got high mileage. It's a 2014 with high mileage,
How much? How many miles?
like 80,000.
Yeah.
80,000 miles. Oof.
120,000.
You know, it may not be bad if it, depending on the maintenance. It actually, you know, you figure it out. You amortize it over like 2-3 years. Because how much is the guy going to drive it? What is he going to drive it? 5,000, 6,000 miles a year. You drive it for 18,000, 20,000 miles, and you sell it. You take a $10,000 hit, so it's $300 a month.
120,000 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That still seems cheap though.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing.
would
And I
buy
just
that.
talked to this mechanic out here that, so this is what I was getting at. So, when I'm working on these films, we have transportation and there's different positions.
He's working on that's the films, right? He's like the guy who gets groomed. He's the guy at the for the, what do you call it, casting couch.
You have coordinators, you have truck drivers, and then you have the picture car guys that are actually the cars you see in the film,
Yeah.
So those are the guys
So-
he's getting his advice from, the guys who are driving the cars in the movie, the picture car.
Pull up
These
the
guys-
McLaren. I'm just pulling up the McLaren. Would you ever get a McLaren? They're actually
Holy
amazing.
shit.
Look,
You
listen,
kind of. I think it's a bit. Of,
I mean, this tells you. I mean, Archie's McLaren. I mean, by the way, McLaren is the car you drive. Like for it's all garbage plastic, and the worst part is this: it's 200 grand, and you're not going to get laid. That's the worst part. That's the worst part because women, they don't know what this is. It looks like a Toyota. McLaren looks like a Toyota. What's the line? I heard a funny line. Like, what's the line? Okay, the line is. I mean, women don't know what a McLaren is, so you're not going to get laid. Okay, so what's the line? Is this? It's a joke. It goes like this: like, okay, a McLaren. Oh no, what's the line? Oh shit! There's two lines. The McLaren picks up guys, right? I mean, like only guys that look at it. Not pick up. McLaren attracts men. Ferrari attracts Italians. And I forget there was a third one, but Ferrari attracts Italians, and no cars. The women, they don't know the difference between these. They would have zero. Yeah, there's zero idea. Garbage cars. I mean, but Archie's an expert. Archie's an expert. Yeah, these white get the hell. Yeah, this. Is that what is that? Is that a C class? What is that? 2004. Oh, BMW. Wait. The CSR, was that coupe? Was that convertible coupe? It was kind of like that coupe. What the hell is it? It's like a $200,000 car now. Is that the one we're talking about? The same car? That was actually a cool car. They made it only for like 2 years. I'm not sure if this is the one he's talking
this
about.
is a midlife crisis car, the McLaren, right? Yeah.
They're horrendously
This is
expensive
insane.
to service. I think I'd better.
This is
I'd rather
insane.
get a Lamborghini than a McLaren. McLaren is a fucking money.
I would love that. That would be so sick. It's just
Like
these are in the stratosphere. These are crazy money, aren't they?
The Porsche is still sort of like a semi-practical car.
Okay, hang on.
Yes.
Keslowitz, I would say to you, man. Keslow's got a question. Do you reckon
Say it.
a 3 Series or the Porsche would be better for the women? See, the truth is,
3 Series or Porsche for the women. I have to say the Porsche. Yeah, even the hairdresser car. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's a car. Yeah, I mean, women like that car. I mean, because it's cute. It's cute. BMW is like means you're basically a brokester.
I don't know. The Porsche is amazing. You want to get a Porsche? Get a Porsche.
Probably the Porsche, you think, right? Like a 3 Series.
Well, we're talking M3 or M340. We're talking top line 3.
My favorite car was an Audi A4 Cabriolet, 2004 Audi A4 Cabriolet. It was a 3.0. The only mistake was I should have gotten the S4. I could never find a good one, but yeah, I drove that car from like 30,000. I bought it used to about 100,000, and then it just started falling apart.
Yeah, I get it.
I think go for the M340. That's the perfect compromise of both.
the M
What do you think?
garbage.
I like them.
Lease.
How much money can you
Brand
put
new
in?
lease.
How much
Brand
can you
new
put in?
lease.
Oh, there's Cass. Oh, he's got his little fleece vest and t-shirt. He's got the fleece vest. What the fuck kind of outfit is that? If it's cold, why are you wearing a t-shirt? Can you explain this to me?
How much can you put in? Oh, you got cash or you haven't?
Cash.
Ideally,
Whatever. Honestly, if it was the Beamer, I'd probably do lease. Brand new lease.
how much would you put in? Nothing.
Whatever. I don't know. They have those national offers. I think actually Let me look it up. I was looking at it recently. I think it's like
Oh,
700.
He's going to show us his watch. He's going to show us his
for
shitter.
the 340.
His shitter
700 a month, you
perpetual.
mean?
Wait.
Obviously, there's money down. Let me just see here. Offers.
How's
Here we go,
your
offers.
dating life, Jakey? How's dating going?
Hang on. By the way, Kesslowitz is a good-looking guy, right? He's a good-looking guy. I mean, again, no homo, but the guy's a good-looking guy, right? Now, in this video, he talks about he was dating a girl whose father was a billionaire who had a 100-foot yacht, right? How come he couldn't close that deal? If he closed that deal, he wouldn't be buying a used Porsche with 80,000 miles. This is. Can you imagine? He missed that boat. Why did he miss that boat? Not buying
Good.
Good chat. Old fart new. Old.
I mean, even what's his name? Even Watch Nicholas is smart enough to have a couple of sugar mamas. Watch Nicholas has all these old ladies sending him thousands of dollars each month by PayPal. That's right. Watch Nicholas is a kept man. He's a gigolo, virtual gigolo. These old ladies, they send him nude pics, and then he obviously probably has to make comments. Oh, baby, wow, you're so hot. They have sexting and all this, and then they send him thousands of dollars.
Fat rounds.
OG baby girl sent him $5,000.
$5. Do your best impression of a woman who won't put out in a high-pitched voice for 1 minute.
Hang on, we want to see
From you, obviously. It's not from us.
My voice is sore. Hey, Archie. I'm sorry. My vagina is sore. Archie.
Yeah.
Hey, Keslow.
Hey.
Jake, when are you going to step it up?
Okay, there we go. He's got the shitter. Okay, there's the go. We got the shitter on the wrist. I mean, let me tell you something. That watch. Sorry, I mean, I don't see that with. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. That watch, you're and an 80,000 miles. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
When are you going to step it up?
Well, I've sought some advice actually on that. I do need to step it up. You know what?
No, the Polar is great. I got to give you the
No,
Polar is a good.
No, the Polar's
That was a good move.
I've got the 5-piece feed at the moment, but some haute horology would be lovely. But I still want to
You
wait
got enough,
because-
Jake. I tell you honestly, I think. By the way, did you know I'm getting my Breguet back?
Yeah. Oh, so you decided?
No, Dave bought a Maserati, and I said, hey, I'll buy it back. Just to get some cash flow in for him.
They bought a Maserati dial or a Maserati car?
Maserati car.
Okay, this is
Okay, what a
darling.
fucking money
This
too.
is true. This is the Archie network.
140,000.
Wait, so what's the story with you, Paul? I remember you were considering the trade. Are you doing the trade? What's happening?
I had a good think about it, right?
Mhm.
And I really do love the world. I don't want to sell that.
Oh, he was gonna trade the world time for what? For what was it for? Not for the perpetual.
I've always been a world. I actually really like.
Did you see it?
Sex tourist watch. Yeah, Archie needs the sex tourist watch because having all those third world countries on the dial, it brings back memories of adventures with lady boys and whatever low budget sex tourism in Bangors, Honkers, and Manila.
In person? Did you see it in person?
I have seen it. I've seen it.
You got to handle it. You got to handle it.
Handle it. Once you handle the watch, I mean, you want to run away from this. This is the absolute garbage watch of the perpetuals. This is the one. I mean, that watch is actually depreciating faster than Archie's BMW. Keslowitz's PATEK is depreciating faster than Archie's BMW, if you can believe that. He should have listened. He should have listened to the Colonel and bought himself a 3940. But no, he's he's got to be with Archie.
I love it. It's
Archie simple.
beautiful. For me, I don't want to get rid of what I've got because I have seller's remorse. I always want it back.
Yeah.
I just, and I got to be honest with you. After I get this Breguet back, I'm not going to get the Breitling. It's enough. I got enough.
Okay. Don't you have too many watches in the
piece.
box now, though?
Sorry,
Don't you have too many watches for the box now, though?
I got 8 in the box and 1 on the wrist.
8 in the box, 1 on the wrist.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. That's
And
what we want there.
I put down $5,000. I took it out of the HELOC and put in the rest on the credit card. Fuck it. You only live once. I got enough equity there. Fuck it. The home keeps going up in value, right? The home keeps going up in value. What the fuck? Why can't I use the financial instruments to make me fucking happy?
Archie's house in Australia is going up in a valley until they have their next recession. I mean, that is it's a shithole country. Once China invades Australia, I don't know. It's going to be rough.
Everything makes me miserable. Why can't I use a financial instrument to make myself happy? I'm giving myself a
Okay.
HELOC.
Now let's take a look. Again, people with bad taste, everybody around Archie, they get infected with shitteritis. They get shitteritis. It's an infection. It's a disease where you end up with shitter cars and watches. So this is the shitter that Archie's watch deal buys. It's a Maserati. What is it? It's a G. What the hell is this? but this has got a carbon fiber hood, which is like, this is like a what, 2014 or 15? I don't know. You know,
Green? Hey,
considered one of these, the convertible, the Gran Turismo. I took one for a test drive. The problem with it was the trunk was very small. You couldn't even fit a set of golf clubs in there, in the trunk. And the brakes, it was a little bit, it sounded great though. And all the buttons inside, I mean, the build quality is not very good. The buttons were falling apart. It was like, but it sounded good. It looks beautiful, but driving, I don't know.
we
Wait,
got
wait,
Narc
wait.
joining us.
Wait.
Okay,
My
no,
Gaydo's red line. It's pinging.
Oh, he's got the
This is
narc.
not the dream team.
He's got the narc.
This is the Queen team. This is the Queen team.
We love gay
Wait,
men.
wait,
I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a
no,
minute.
no,
Narc.
no, we're having
Yes.
Tag.
Okay.
Ooh,
This
look
is,
at that. Fuck, what's a Crispo exhaust? What the fuck? I never heard of that. Have you?
oh shit! This is producer Michael. This is Bukiak. This is Bukiak with the.
Hey, Narc, I'm just getting my blanket ready for my pull-out
Well,
bed.
wait.
I'm pulling out my bed. I'm pulling out my bed, Narc. You want to see a cockpit? You want to see a cockpit now?
Cockpit. Yeah. Archie's the cockpit for Curly.
Narc.
What is going on?
Oh my god, fuck! Oh my god, look how it cuts in there with the scissor doors. Holy fuck!
That's actually
No,
kinda cool.
this is-
As long as they're more creative than Wolfgang's.
The problem is, hold on a second. Now, if you park, and you pull up next, you can't get out of the car, right? Because they open up wide. They don't open up. They open wide, kind of, right?
Isn't this car based on like the LaFerrari?
Oh, he's got this guy, this Mike the Snake. Hey, Mike the Snake in his trailer park.
Yes,
or-
yes,
Did you know he had a Pantera? Mike had a Pantera.
yes, it is.
I
Yes,
I
yes,
want to
yes,
retract my comment. I want to retract the comments I made about Dave.
Hey,
I don't want. I shouldn't have said.
Narc,
I shouldn't have made those comments about his
Narc,
breast.
why
No,
don't you turn your
respect.
camera on? I'm gonna turn your camera on, Narc.
I should. I'm retracting.
Look at the interior. Fuck me dead.
Just
Be
retract.
retractive. Be retractive.
Look.
Yeah.
We
Narc,
should be
can
more.
we change topic?
Hey.
Can we change topic?
No.
Can we
All
change
right.
topic?
Just one sec.
I'm
You
asking
want
something.
to-
I mean, here's the thing I don't understand with this whole carbon fiber thing. These people with the carbon fiber. I mean, what's the big deal with carbon fiber? I mean, it's just, to me, it's cheap. It looks cheap. Carbon fiber, like, okay, what makes the car lighter? Okay. But what are you racing? What do you need to go 200 miles on? I mean, what are you going to get an extra edge by being, 100 pounds lighter? I mean, that's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, we got Watch Nicholas. Let's go to Watch Nicholas.
Road and Track says the Mazda CX-50 offers a superior driving
Let's comment on
experience.
somebody else's comments of Archie comments. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, it's a live Watch Nicholas live stream. Okay, so Watch Nicholas is live. And since he donated money to the channel, we're going to be respectful. And I don't know how to send people over to the Watch Nicholas channel, but the Watch Nicholas channel is live. And since he made a $4 investment today, we're going to respectfully end the stream and recommend everybody go over to the Watch Nicholas channel. All right, everybody, thank you for joining, and we'll see you in the next one.